kid on the block, Donnie Wahlberg, is in the house. Now, you know he can dance. And you know he can act. But when it comes to cooking, add in a couple tablespoons of flour. Those are the big spoons. Yeah. Well, he may need a little help. Put the rest of that chard in here, please.
I thought chard was a fish.
And you won't believe who we've got lined up to put Donnie's food to the test.
I had no idea.
No idea! Thank you very much. You're going to want to save some of that up for our first guest. He's been here before, and he's lovely. And he's transformed himself from a pop music idol into a critically acclaimed actor. A really good one. Take a look at him in action. Please welcome from Blue Blood, Donnie Wahlberg. You know, we were talking yesterday behind the scenes here about how much we all love the show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just such a phenomenal show. Really watchable. Now, you, like me, like to work on your summer vacations, so I guess I have to ask, how was it? How was the enormous, gigantic tour?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I wrapped on Blue Bloods April 13th. I was in rehearsals for the New Kids and Backstreet Boys tour on April 14th, and didn't finish the tour until we were 2 weeks into shooting Blue Bloods. So I got to the point where I was taking planes. I'd get off stage, change clothes, grab a sandwich, hop on an airplane, fly into New York, shoot all day, get back on a plane, get on stage, do a concert. It was pretty intense.
Do you get rags, though, on the set, or do you get asked to, you know, be detective by day, dancer by night? Do they ever want to see some moves from the show?
Well, you know, they do. I dance around a lot on set anyway.
You do?
I have a lot of fun. I mean, we get cooped up inside this police station. Usually every Friday,
right?
You know, I have to do like 10 police scenes. and what I do is I get antsy, and I have a lot of energy, and there's a crew of 150 people, and everyone's tired. It's the end of the week, and they're looking forward to the weekend. So I call it Disco Fridays, and they're supposed to install a disco ball in the middle of the police squad room. They haven't done it yet, but like we bang on the tables, we play music, everybody dances, and it's funny, you know. Eventually, like the camera guy's like carrying a big steady cam, and he starts dancing. You know,
I want Disco Fridays
it's fun.
here.
It's fun. But no real moves. Just silly moves. Silly. I bring out like my old Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta moves. And
I have to see Saturday Night Fever. If you're going to show me some Saturday Night Fever, come on.
I mean,
you can't throw that out there. You cannot throw that out there.
Are you serious? You want
Oh,
to
yeah.
We'll do it.
All right. What's your Saturday Night Fever move? Come on.
Well, I just do stuff like this. You know what I mean? Just John Travolta stuff. Just stuff like that.
I'm installing a disco ball tomorrow, and we are going to bring Disco Fridays to life. I think that's phenomenal.
I can't believe I just did that.
Now, does Selleck know how to shake it too? Who's got the best dancers next to you?
Selleck does not shake it. We have an interesting relationship, you know, because we both respect each other tremendously, but it's kind of a thing where I show up on set, and Tom's he's very experienced. I mean, he's truly a TV icon. I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah.
And when you walk in his presence, you feel it. You know, the guy could run for president, and he probably
really
win.
could.
Yeah, he could. And but it's a thing where he really respects my work, and he's very generous with the cast and stuff. But I see him sometimes just looking at me like, what is up with this kid, you know? But Tom laughs, you know, he laughs a lot. That's one of the greatest joys of working on Blue Bloods is when we get Tom to get the giggles. Like,
and he's got a great laugh when you get him. When you get him going, it's great.
And it's hard to get him to stop once he starts, and those are the best days. Yeah.
I mean, the detective part is super fun too. Do you find yourself acting like a detective or believing your own hype a little bit?
I do. There's a certain rule on sets that you're not supposed to, if you're playing a cop, especially in New York City, you're not supposed to act like a cop. But I do find myself directing traffic and yelling at people, I do, like,
At least he's honest.
But it's New York, though. It's New York. I had to do a scene where I had to run across the street and run into this Chinese restaurant to stop a guy from pulling out a gun or whatever. And I'm running across the street, and a giant FedEx truck's coming right at me, and nobody's stopping it, and the cameras are going, so I just took off my badge and said, stop! You know, and it's in the movie. It's in the movie.
You take the badge with you when you leave set?
They don't let me take the badge. They grab me the second they say cut. Usually, yes,
like,
they say right here.
Right here.
Gun badge.
Thank you.
Go home.
All right, now I'm going to ask you what I call the big three, a little speed round, and then we'll get you in the kitchen.
Oh.
You know, I promised last time he was here that we'd get in the kitchen together, and that's where we're headed next. He wants to add to the laundry list of talents. He wants to add proper chef in there. All right. If you could join any band in rock history, other than the one that you're in, of course, which one would it have been?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to start by saying that no other band in rock history would have allowed me in their band. First of all, but probably...
Well, me either, but that doesn't stop me from fantasizing about playing drums with the Foo Fighters.
Right. If I could fantasize, I'd probably choose, I think Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Strange choice, but just because they're the greatest ever.
Craziest groupie experience ever that you can say during daytime hours. Daytime show.
I think I'm experiencing it right now. No.
Am I making you really uncomfortable, baby?
No. I meant that I'm her groupie. That's.
I'm gonna cry.
No, it's every day, like on Twitter.
Oh,
Twitter is like created a whole new world of like fan in a great way. Like I mean, I helped a girl find a kidney, and like she's a fan who's become a friend of mine. Her name's Bobette, and like she got a kidney transplant.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but the bad side is I like to follow a lot of fans. Like I like to, you know, it's an amazing way to have contact with fans and to sort of,
and take it
you know,
to a
do
different
things
place.
that it's never been ever. It used to be write a fan letter, send it in.
Right.
I would never see it. I would never know about it. Now I can read the fan letter every day, and I can hear the complaints, the good stuff, the bad stuff. But there's a thing called direct messages, and these fans, a lot of them, it's like it's an insane asylum sometimes. They write me stuff that I don't even know what to do with. I can't talk about it on TV. I can't. It's scary sometimes.
But it sounds like you're enjoying it.
I do enjoy it.
So keep them coming.
I do enjoy it.
So you're single and you're a dad. If you don't have mom to play good cop, bad cop with, how do you get your children to bend to your will?
Well, their mom is still a cop, and we're still very, very good friends. And we do trade off roles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do trade off roles. I sometimes am good cop. If she's being a bad cop, I'm the good cop.
Right.
And if I'm being the bad cop, she's a good cop. And it's amazing how well, you know, we still do work together as parents. And my kids are happy as can be, and we have a great relationship. So.
All right, well, getting back to the single part, I'm going to teach you a very sexy meal, what I call guy food. I think every man should be able to prepare a proper steakhouse supper at home. So that's what we're going to make. Sound good?
It sounds good.
Let's get over there. First things first, Blue Bloods, of course, airs Friday nights at 10. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Donnie for being the back page of our October issue. This is a day in the life of his food. So thank you for doing that. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun for me. I didn't realize I eat so much.
But it's all working out nicely.
It works good. It's going to all the right places.
All the right
Everything's
places.
Good. I'm happy.
I came so close to grabbing right after that. Okay, now, move on down this way.
Okay.
We've got two beautiful ribeyes here. Now, when you're making a proper steak supper, I think the first thing to do is to get a cast iron skillet screaming hot.
Okay.
I put it in the oven and I let it
Am I on the right side here? I feel like I'm
hot.
away from the action.
No,
Okay.
you're going to be all over it.
All right.
The next thing to remember about the steak is that you want to bring it to room temperature. Get the chill off.
Okay.
While the meat is coming to room temperature and hanging out on the counter, also a great tip for meat is to always pat the meat dry before you put it into the skillet. If the meat is nice and dry and you put a crust of kosher salt on it, it'll get a great caramelization and really crusty, great flavor on the outside of the steak.
Crust is good.
Crust is good.
Crust is our
Now,
friends.
while this is coming to room temperature, you make roasted garlic. All you have to do is take the whole head of garlic, lop off the end, put some olive oil, salt, and pepper on it, and then you wrap it up like a silver baseball, and you throw it in the oven.
How long?
40, 45 minutes till it's soft.
There you go.
So, while this is coming to room temp, you're going to roast up some garlic. For this one meal, you've got 3 heads of roasted garlic.
Okay.
By the way, if you use it for a date meal, 2 garlics cancel each other out. So that's a myth. You can't eat garlic on a date.
Okay.
So, take the whole head of roasted garlic. You take one, I'll take one.
Garlic breath, just for the record.
Yeah, it's good, right?
It's sexy. Garlic breath is tasty.
All right, so you take this one.
Okay.
I'll take this one. Squish all of the garlic, 2 whole heads, into the food processor.
Okay. Yours came out a lot smoother than mine.
That's all right. It's all right.
All
That's
right.
a little fiber. Who cares?
All right.
It's fine. So then we're going to throw in some fresh thyme.
Fresh thyme.
Yeah.
No.
Done. Throw in some parsley. Lovely. Softened butter, half a stick. For 2 steaks, you'd need 2 tablespoons per stick.
And this
so
is
you
half
4,
a stick.
Yep.
Okay.
4 tablespoons softened butter. Get it all in there. And then we're going to put in 1/3 cup of sherry. Now, when you're trying to eyeball an amount, if you count to 4, that's 1/4 cup.
Okay.
So 1/3 cup, I'm going to count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Right?
I would have put 8 just for a little.
All right.
Just for a little extra alcohol.
7, 8.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, a little black pepper, and we're going to push go over there, push on.
All right. Oh, nice. One button makes it real easy.
Excellent.
Grind, chop. Done. Okay.
Push off.
Off.
Now this is the roasted garlic sherry slather.
Nice.
It's going to go all over the steak when it comes out of the oven. Wow, it's really boozy with those extra 2 cows.
You can smell it, right?
You really can. You can smell the sherry. There's nothing wrong with that. See, now this mixture, when you slather it on the super hot steak, meat has to rest before you slice it. That butter is going to melt, and the sherry's just going to seep down into the crust.
Nice.
It's delicious.
Nice.
Now, you're not going to stop there.
Okay.
You're going to slather, and then you're going to put on your own homemade porcini steak sauce.
All right.
Okay.
I
You
don't know
take
what that
a
is,
handful of dried porcini mushrooms.
Right.
You get them right in the regular grocery store. You throw them in a pot, and you cover them up with beef stock, just enough to cover the handful of porcinis. Pour all the porcinis. Okay, there's a little butter left in there. Pour the porcinis in the stock in the food processor.
In here.
Correct.
All right. I don't want it to spill. It's hot.
Just dump it.
Okay.
Go for it. You'll be okay. Excellent.
And this is the beef stock you use.
No, yeah. Oh.
Rachel Rain. No
I like
other
my beef stock.
There is no other beef stock allowed.
I like my beef stock. It's delicious. Okay. So now you're going to puree this. You know where the on button is now,
That's right. That's right.
Look at you go.
I'm learning how to cook already.
Oh, the blade isn't all the way down.
See that?
Oh, the
Just when
blade
I-
isn't even in there.
Just when I thought I was...
That's a great tip.
You may
Put
never...
the blade in the
yeah.
food processor.
You may lose all of your cooking touch hanging around.
Now you're going to let that puree until all of the porcini is finely chopped and mixed into the stock. Back here, this is 1 shallot and 2 cloves of garlic cooked up in a little bit of olive oil, so they're tender. You see, it's very medium-low heat. It's not
Very low.
Not too hot.
Yep.
When that's nice and fragrant and you can smell it, you can add that. Untwist the
This.
top. Add that to this.
All right. I don't know how to get this damn thing up.
Twist. Just give it a little twist.
Wow. See that? This is the key to cooking.
It's the key to cooking.
It's the low flame. It's the gentle twist.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, we get in the kitchen, we put the flame up real high, we burn the food.
Yeah.
We're very rough.
But
We
not
don't know.
you. You're going to know how.
That's right.
And by the way, I wrote this down for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, to the puree, you're going to add a little bit of ketchup. This is to make your own steak sauce, okay? You're going to add a little bit of ketchup.
Nice.
Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. So shake the bottle.
All right.
Shake the bottle first.
See? I
then
never shake anything.
Take the top off, and you're going to drizzle in what looks like about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to show you. Go for it. That's 1. That's about 2.
2.
That's what 2 looks like. Now give me 2 tablespoons of aged balsamic drizzle.
Don't shake up the balsamic, though.
You don't have to shake that up.
Okay. 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
Tablespoons, for those who don't know, are the bigger spoons. Not the small little ones.
2. That's about right again. Good for you.
Not the cereal spoon.
He's eyeballing it really well.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
This is looking and smelling
insane, right?
amazing.
And then some black pepper. Give me some black pepper in here.
Do we do pinches?
A good healthy pinch. Perfect. Nice. Now you've already made sherry garlic slather and porcini steak sauce.
That's right.
You're well on your way.
My skills are through the roof right now.
That's right, off the chart. Now, when we come back, we're going to make Swiss chard au gratin to go with this. Not bad.
I don't know.
Donnie in the kitchen. Right after this.
I think the extra sherry is a good size.
Yeah, and you know, I'm in the kitchen with Donnie Wahlberg, and he is learning how to cook what I think every man should know, a steakhouse-style dinner at home. We have a cast iron skillet getting screaming hot in the oven for a couple of beautiful ribeye steaks. Now we're going to move on to Swiss chard au gratin. This is a simple version of like creamed spinach. You go to a steakhouse, you get creamed spinach, right?
Yes.
This is so delicious. Insanely good. And you can make it with defrosted frozen spinach if you want to swap it out and you don't want to go through the work.
Nice.
I take a couple of pounds, this is what it looks like over here. It's an enormous amount of food. A couple of pounds of chard, and I chop it up, stems and all. Chop it up, stems and all. You throw it in boiling water and let the bitterness cook out a little bit.
Right.
Then you squeeze it out and it looks like this. Now the most important part, of course, is the sauce. So you're going to make a very simple bechamel. This is a couple tablespoons of butter, melted, medium heat. Add in a couple tablespoons of flour. Those are the big spoons. Yeah.
Is 2 a couple for us?
That's good, yeah.
All right.
Now you're going to whisk that together. Here's your whisk. Gotcha.
Look at this. Look at the whisking skills. My whisking skills are a little slow.
Your whisking skills are not bad.
But, hold on.
Keep it on the heat, baby.
Okay,
you want it to cook a little bit.
All right.
Keep it on the heat.
My brother's a chef, you know, and I guarantee
So why is he not standing next to you?
Listen, no.
He's never schooled you in the kitchen?
He wishes he was here right now. Don't trust me. He's very jealous of me right now. He's never schooled me. He cooks a little too gourmet for my taste. Like, if I go to his house and say, you know, can you make some pancakes or something, you know, it's got like thyme in it and rosemary. It's like, dude, just no gourmet pancakes. Just Aunt Jemima. Come on.
Straight up pancakes.
Right. Keep it simple.
Okay, now we have 1 more head of roasted garlic.
Right.
You're going to add to your white sauce here. So I'm just going to put that in, and I just mushed it up with a fork.
Nice.
Whisk that in. So you get your roasted garlic into your roux. Doesn't that smell great once you get the roasted garlic in there?
Garlic is the best smell in the world.
It's the best. It's the best. Now to this, I'm going to add a couple of cups of milk.
All right.
And the flour and the butter, that's what's going to thicken this up.
Nice.
Once it cooks up a little bit, that's roux. And the roux is what thickens up your milk and turns it into sauce.
Nice. This looks really good. I don't like saucy things too much, but I got to tell you, this looks pretty good.
It smells good, right?
It's pretty good.
So now I'm going to throw in a little salt and pepper for you. And when you make this particular sauce, you put in a little bit of nutmeg. That's like standard for your bechamel.
Are we still whisking here?
Yes, you're whisking. You're whisking.
All right.
And now we're just going to let that thicken up a little bit. And we want this to be a nice cheesy au gratin. So we have some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. You can buy it already grated.
Nice.
A little goes in and a little goes on. Now, look at that. It's just like magic. Your sauce is nice and thick. It's perfect.
It's great.
And you did the whole thing. I didn't even touch it.
Yeah. I did.
Okay, so, excellent work. Now, here's all you do. You take half the sauce. You pour it down over the top. Put the rest of that chard in here, please.
All right.
Just pile up a second layer.
Chard.
Yeah, you said that beautifully.
Yeah.
You're putting on airs. That's good. All chefs put on airs. That's great.
I thought chard was a fish. Isn't it a fish?
Arctic char.
That.
Yes.
I knew it.
But you're right.
See,
You've got an inner chef.
What's the food word?
There's many.
That word. My Sheffield skills are...
Your chef lexicon is coming to life.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Don't be so skimpy with the cheese.
You know what? I got a thing about cheese. I try to always go light on the cheese.
Oh, all right. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. Oh,
the cheese does beget cheese. I eat a lot of cheese. It goes right here. All right.
Pop that in the oven, and you're going to take out the cast iron skillet. Put that on the bottom.
Okay.
You're right. That only cooks about 15 minutes because the greens have already been cooked. Now I'm going to take the screaming hot skillet. We're going to drizzle this with a little oil.
Nice.
Or you could put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan.
Ooh, that is cast iron skillet hot.
Yeah, it's screaming hot. Pick this guy up. Pick that guy up.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. No, wait. You need salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper first. Well, now, do I rub it in or just sprinkle it on top?
You can sprinkle it on there. You can be pretty liberal with it.
Yeah, I like a lot of salt as well.
Yeah, kosher salt. It gives a nice crust to your meat.
Look at that. Yeah.
Get it on there. Good.
I'll put a little more on this
and some pepper.
All right. Come on, guys. Don't worry. You see how big this steak is? Don't judge me by the salt and pepper.
Now throw in the seasoned side down.
Okay.
You have two
don't
steaks
rub
to
it in
fit
or nothing,
there.
just throw it down.
Just throw it down. Seasoned side down.
We need more salt and pepper for better crust.
Nicely done. Now, we are going to let this guy cook on the stovetop about 3 minutes on each side. He's 1.5 inches thick, bone-in ribeye. And we're going to flip him after 3 minutes, crust up the other side, then you put him back in the oven so that heat can get all around it, and it's in there 5 to 6 minutes for medium rare.
Right.
Okay?
12
Do not touch
minutes
this again. It's
total
hot.
for a nice medium rare on a 1.5 inch thick steak.
You got it! I love it! Now, it is very important when you're cooking to stay calm, and I say if you don't do a lot of cooking, calm yourself down. Make yourself comfortable in the kitchen. Have a glass of beer, or a cup of tea, or a glass of wine. You like red wine, Chris?
I do.
Can we have a glass of wine, please? Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're going to see what Donnie's meal looks like when we return. Time in the kitchen with soon-to-be chef Donnie Wahlberg. One of the many tips we discussed is if you don't do a lot of cooking, make yourself relax when you get into the kitchen, whether it's a cup of tea or a bottle of beer or a glass of wine. So thank you for liking the same, shall we say, poison that I do.
Yes. Yes, especially in the morning. It's very nice.
Especially in the morning.
I have to go shoot Blue Bloods after this, by the way.
That's right. Well, you're going to have rosy cheeks today on set. I also have to say it's a stand-up man that not only brings gifts for the whole class, but takes the time to sign each one. This is the first season of Blue Bloods for everybody. Stand up, guys. I think it's about time for you to take your steaks out, sir.
All right.
Donnie is a fan of Luger's Steakhouse, so I taught him how to make a meal I think every man should be able to make, a proper steak supper. We took a big old cast iron skillet, and these are his beautiful ribeyes. Look how gorgeous they are. Now, we made the sherry-drenched garlic slather.
Slather's looking good.
The slather is looking mighty fine, my friend. You let that melt down as the meat rests. You pull the meat out of the skillet and put it on a carving board. We have two that have been resting back here so that we can serve up a plate here. How good does the Swiss chard au gratin look?
Yeah.
Right?
This is a big occasion. I've not only never heard of Swiss chard before, I'm actually never tasted it either. So it's all happening in one day.
Are you kidding me? And you don't even like sauces. You're just getting into that whole world. He made a beautiful roasted garlic bechamel, people. We layered it in with all of our fabulous Swiss chard, and now we're going to take some of this steak.
Nice.
Right? Beautiful steak with the garlic sherry slather. Now, can you top that with your homemade porcini steak sauce, Mr. Wahlberg? Douse it right down over the sliced steak.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh, what is up? Don't be cheap on that side. Put another spoon on there.
I was trying to do like a decoration, but
You don't have to put it. The food is the decoration, man. You made this beautiful food. Then we have these gorgeous heirloom tomatoes with some purple basil. We'll just put a couple tomatoes on the plate so you don't have to make a salad.
Nice.
Right? And maybe a little drizzle of olive oil.
Nice.
How proper does that look, huh?
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, you love salt. Now, you said that your brother Paul was a really good chef. Do you think he would be impressed with this if you made that for him?
I think he would be impressed. Absolutely. He knows I have no cooking skills, so I think the fact that I even dared venture into this kitchen with you is
And you complain about his pancakes all the time. Do you think he'd complain about your porcini steak sauce?
No, I think he would be very jealous and very. It wouldn't surprise me if this didn't show up on his menu at his restaurant, Alma Nove, soon.
Oh, Alma Nove.
Yeah.
Alma, the matriarch of your family, Nove, because 9 kids.
9, that's right.
How do I know all that? Hey, Paul, you want to come out and try your brother's steak?
Listen, I see all these shows with surprise guests and stuff. I had no idea.
No idea. Paul, get on down here. Try the steak. Come on. He worked so
I
hard.
emailed him last night. I said, I'm going on Rachel Ray. Like, tell me, like, how to describe the foods and stuff.
I was going to email back. I'll just tell her myself.
Taste test. I'm very nervous.
That was fantastic.
The porcini sauce is good, right?
Unbelievable. Fantastic.
Really good, right? He really straight up made that. Did you watch? He did a great job.
I watched it. I was amazed. Absolutely amazed.
Now listen, Alma Nove, where is the restaurant?
Hingham, Massachusetts, in the Hingham Shipyard.
And it is named Alma Nove. Why?
Alma's my mother's name, and Nove's Italian for 9 for her 9 children.
Isn't that great? Don't you love that? Now, I'm the self-proclaimed queen of burgers. I love anything on a bun. I think it's just sexy. I love a burger. Are you guys actually venturing into, what is it called?
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers. That should be illegal. That is so sexy. What a great name.
Yeah, the beauty is, you know, the name, it came out in the press a few weeks ago and it became a huge story, but Wahlburgers is really coming from Paul's love of food and wanting to just make a great hamburger joint in his town of Hingham. So it's become a huge, you know, story, and people know about it in all parts of the world, but the truth is it really came from his heart and just wanting to make good food and make people happy.
I think we need it coast to coast. I think we need it coast to coast, and I would love to see that as television. They did the show The Restaurant with Rocco years ago. Maybe you guys could have the Wahlburger burger special.
It's possible, yeah.
It's very possible.
Do you feel a little bit nervous in front of cameras?
A little bit. I'm better in the kitchen.
Me too, brother. Me too.